Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse The Guardian. This guy is a member of the Justice League who debuted in the 40s. He's a red platinum. I got him at Target, so let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys, ages 12 plus. DC Multiverse The Guardian, McFarlane Platinum Edition. Here he is in the package. We have a collector's card, display stand, and his signature shield. One side of the package, the Guardian from Action Comics. I guess is based off an appearance in Action Comics. The Guardian. At the bottom, there's his barcode. And in the back, here he is posed up from the comics. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, a collector's card, and then Guardian's signature weapon, his shield. Before I table all that, let's talk about and check out this figure. So this is the Guardian. He was originally created by Jack Kirby, and his first appearance was Star Spangled Comics number 7 in 1942. I believe it was actually his original origin. He's from the 40s. Jim Harper was a Golden Age hero. He eventually became a police officer and allied to the Newsboy Legion. Eventually, they killed him off, and then his genetic material was used to create a clone of himself, and that clone had superhuman strength and healing factor, and they believe they made him the chief of security for Cadmus. The original Guardian had no powers, just a guy trying to do the right thing and protect the city, the slums, and he's evolved since then. Member of the Justice League, chief of security for Cadmus, and more. So let's take a closer look. So we always had that sort of dorky looking gold helmet, ears sticking out, a little point in the middle. It hasn't changed too much over the years, but it looks a little more serious and realistic now. He has that textured Green Lantern body. It looks pretty cool. The gold and the blue colors. Double jointed elbows. Double jointed knees. He's a basic looking figure, but pretty cool nonetheless. I'm aware of who the Guardian is, and I'm happy to add him to the collection and to the roster. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. Here's his display stand, typical McFarlane display stand we've seen plenty of times before. And then we have his collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of the Guardian, the more modern version. The Guardian, this one is based off his appearance in Action Comics, at least according to the package there. And on the back we have a description. If you want to read that, pause now. And then he has one actual accessory, and this is his shield. I'll tell you, as unusual as this for McFarlane, it seems a little on the small side of things. McFarlane is known for making their accessories large, exaggerated, way too big and thick. I don't know, it just seems a little small, a little underwhelming. It's a gold shield. His hand is going to sort of be able to hold it here. I don't know, it just feels a little bit small compared to the figure. Here's the Guardian, holding that shield in front of him. He can use it to block shots, and also sort of as a weapon to hit his opponents. Now to check out the reuse differences and similarities between Guardian and some previous McFarlane figures. He utilizes this textured body that debuted with Ka Rayner. So let's take a closer look. Obviously the heads are completely different. Then if you look, the torso and stomach are the same. The diaper's the same. It even has the same individual sort of wrinkles, the same places. The arms, down to the hands, are the same. Well, the hands are a little different. He's got the power ring, he does not. And the legs and boots are the same, so they are 100% the same figure besides a different hand, head, and paint job. And you know what? I like this body. I like the textured parts. I think it works. Here are all the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures that utilize the space body. I count a total of 15, most of which are Green Lanterns, but it looks like they're starting to use his body for other figures. And Deathstroke here utilizes some parts of his legs and stomach, but I'd say overall it's not the same base body. And now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing right about 7.1 inches tall, which can translate to about 18 centimeters. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, he can rotate side to side. He can look up about that far, down not too much, but a good amount. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes up a little bit more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got a butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest. Increase the range of motion and cover the gap that would be there. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate and it's hinged as well. Ball joint his torso. Rotate around, forward and back. Not a huge range there. In his waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, good range of motion. You get way more out of the waist than the torso on this guy. Legs, almost complete as a splits. McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is minimum at best. They go forward about that far. Back not much. Double jointed knees. And his ankle. Forward and back. Rotate. Tilt rock. And toe articulation. Here's a look at Guardian fighting in the city streets. And a closer look at Guardian holding a shield. Now let's check him out next to some other action figures. Starting off with some other Guardian figures. Now I don't actually have any other Guardian figures, but I bought the Mattel DC Universe Classics Guardian, and many years ago my wife repainted him into Orpheus. Orpheus is a Batman ally, and he's deceased at this point. I think the custom came out really, really good. Since this figure is a Platinum Chase variant, here are all the earlier McFarlane Platinum Chase variants. They were a little bit more dull back in the day, and they've made more and more and more with each passing year. Here are all the Platinum Chase variants from 2024. Boy, did they release a lot last year. And here are all the Platinum Chase variants that have come out in 2025. We have the silver versions on the left, and the red Platinums on the right. I count a total of 25 silver Platinums and 19 red Platinums. And I'm missing 2 red Platinums, being Cheetah and Extant. I'm sure I'll find those soon. And then 2 silver Platinums, being Mobius Chair Batman, and the Collector's Edition San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Beast Boy. If anybody out there can help me out, point me in the right direction, has some info for me, please drop me a line in the comments below. It is much appreciated. Those are the only figures standing between me and a complete McFarlane DC Multiverse collection. I think I'll be able to get all of them. Beast Boy is my main concern. Now let's check him out next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the Rifts Wave. At least sort of. You can get all these figures together in a bundle at the McFarlane Toy Store. We have the Hush Riddler, DC Classics Scarecrow and Batgirl, the Mega Vigor, Failsafe, Red Platinums, Guardian and Dark Flash, Batman Incorporated, Earth 2 Batman, and Black Mask as Batman. Here's the Guardian, next to the Batman Returns wave, Batman, Catwoman, Max Schreck, a couple of versions of Penguin and his Penguin Commandos. And here he is, next to the pink and rainbow Batman figures. Then, with some recent paint variants, we have the glow-in-the-dark Bane, black and white accent Thomas Wayne Batman, and the cover recreation Emerald Twilight Green Lantern. And now, with the JSA Atom Smasher vs. Spectre 2-pack, here's Guardian, next to the 5th Digital Wave, Red Tornado, Batgirl, and Blackfire. And here he is, next to the most recent Collector's Edition figures. We have Batman with the Mobius chair, and both the regular and platinum versions of Dr. Midnight. Then, with Joker and Superman from the most recent wave of Page Punchers. And now, with the Wonder Woman vs. Atomic Godzilla 2-pack. And finally, next to the Ben Affleck Batman from the Flash movie that came with the Batcycle, and the Rebirth Batman 2.0. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they are typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and then work my way smaller. But first, let's check him out with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figures, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale, and now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures and Diamond Select toys, here's the Guardian, next to a wrench. And here he is, with some DC Direct and NECA figures, then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures, and now, with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures, next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends, and finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a pretty nice Guardian figure. I am a pretty big fan of this Green Lantern body, although I do prefer when they give to Green Lantern figures, but I think it works pretty good for him, Damage, and Starman. His accessory, of course we have his signature shield, have to have that. His helmet, it looks kind of goofy, but that's how he's always looked. Now, Guardian is definitely a C-lister in the Justice League, and that might be being generous. It's a character I really just don't give much shits about. I'm well aware of him, and I don't hate him or anything, but just not that big of a deal to me. He does have some cool appearances in Young Justice, and his modern stuff with Argus. It's kind of cool. If I were to rate this figure, I'll probably give him a 7 out of 10. I mean, maybe I should give him a little less, I don't know, but I like this body, I like the figure, I like having another member of the Justice League to the gang, and it definitely scratches my itch, which I barely had for a Guardian figure. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.